Hey guys, so the title of this one is Conundrum, which simply means confusion. Now, this is a love story that features three of your favorite actors, Bryan Okwara, Sonia Uche, and Maurice Sam. Now, these three are bearing their real names in this story. Now, before I go on to unraveling what Conundrum is all about, let me officially welcome you all to my YouTube channel. Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of Hotspot with Loveth and Favor, your ultimate destination for the juiciest gossip, exclusive movie insights, and the latest celebrity updates. Loveth here guys, and please, if this is your first time tuning in, kindly subscribe to this channel and do not make it your last time. Now, let's dive in. Maurice and Sonia have been inseparable since childhood, sharing almost everything together. Their bond was so strong that Maurice developed deep feelings for Sonia. However, he chose not to confess his love for fear of ruining their friendship. Instead, he cherished their close bond and continued to maintain a best friend dynamic. Now, Maurice, coming from a wealthy background, first encountered Sonia when he was 10 years old and she was 5. Sonia and her mother were employed as live-in domestic staff for Maurice's family. From that point on, they formed a close bond, with Sonia viewing Maurice as an older brother that she never had. Now, Maurice and his family treated Sonia and her mother with kindness, and out of generosity, they ensured that Sonia attended the same school as Maurice from primary all through high school education, and also sponsored her tertiary education. However, Sonia pursued her education at a federal university in the country, while Maurice ventured to the United States for his university degree. This separation left a void in Sonia's heart, as her closest friend and confidant was now miles away. Nonetheless, they maintained their connection through daily phone conversations. While attending university, Sonia crossed paths with Bryan, a young lecturer in her department. Bryan soon took notice of Sonia and became interested in her. As their friendship blossomed, it gradually evolved into romantic feelings. However, Sonia was resolute in her decision not to pursue a relationship while still in school, fearing that it would be a distraction. So when Bryan expressed his feelings and asked her out, she gently declined despite her own feelings for him, explaining that she wasn't ready and asking if he could wait until she completed her studies. Despite feeling hurt, Bryan understood Sonia's decision and continued to maintain their relationship. Throughout her university journey, he served as her guide and mentor, providing encouragement and unwavering support whenever she needed it. Bryan epitomized the qualities of a perfect, kind-hearted gentleman, always there for Sonia whenever she needed him. After Sonia's convocation ceremony, Bryan wasted no time in asking her out once more, and this time she accepted his proposal. A few weeks following Sonia's graduation, Maurice returned home and was thrilled to reunite with Sonia, who was still residing with her mother in his family house. Overwhelmed with happiness, Maurice realized that being apart from Sonia for 7 years felt like an eternity. He decided that he didn't want to be separated from her anymore and bravely confessed his feelings for her. However, Sonia was caught off guard and devastated by his revelation. She found herself in a state of conundrum, unsure of how to respond, as she had never considered the possibility of Maurice loving her romantically. Being already in a relationship with Bryan, Sonia found herself torn by the idea of rejecting Maurice. The thought of declining Maurice's affection, considering the significant role his family played in her life and the love he had shown her over the years, weighed heavily on her mind. She sought solace in isolation, remaining secluded in her room for days without reaching out to either Bryan or Maurice, who was residing in the same house with her. Maurice couldn't comprehend Sonia's sudden change in behavior and grew concerned about her well-being. Similarly, Sonia's mother noticed her daughter's distress and asked her what was troubling her. Sonia then opened up to her mother, confiding in her about the complicated situation involving Maurice, her beloved childhood friend, and Bryan, the love of her life, with whom she was currently in a relationship with. Following her mother's advice, Sonia contemplated deeply and acknowledged the wisdom in her words. She pondered her feelings for both men and came to the realization that she cherished Maurice deeply, but more as a brother and friend, whereas her romantic love was reserved for Bryan. She summoned the courage to tell Maurice, but he wasn't having it. "We've been made for each other since childhood," he yelled. "I've always loved you, but I've been waiting for the right time," he expressed in tears. "I can't lose you, Sonia," he pleaded. Sonia felt terrible and guilty, not knowing what to do. She reached out to Bryan, whom has been worried sick about being unable to reach her for days. Bryan noticed her mood and asked her what the problem was. Sonia confided in him, and Bryan asserted, "I love you and you love me. That's all that matters. I can't give you up to him. I am ready to fight for the love we share." Sonia's heart yearned for Bryan, but she cared so much about Maurice's feelings. He did not deserve that. Only if he had told her his feelings before he left, she thought. Maurice was so devastated. His parents observed his devastation and inquired the problem from him, but he wouldn't tell. Knowing how he and Sonia were close, they inquired from her what the problem was and she opened up to them. They understood the situation and took it upon themselves to speak to their son. They emphasized that love sometimes requires letting go and encouraged him to prioritize Sonia's happiness above his own desires. They assured him that if his love for Sonia is genuine, it will find its way back to him in due time. Now employed and finally stable, Sonia makes the decision to relocate from Maurice's parents' house with her mother to a rented apartment. With the gracious approval of her former employers, Maurice's parents, they give their wholehearted blessing to Sonia's decision. This move is motivated by Sonia's desire to spare Maurice the emotional anguish of continually being in close proximity to the woman he loves but cannot be with. Months went by and Sonia's relationship with Bryan flourished, growing stronger with each passing day. However, one unexpected moment shattered Sonia's world. During a visit to Bryan's place, a woman entered with her 4-year-old daughter. Introducing the child as Bryan's daughter, Sonia was taken aback by the revelation. It turned out that the woman was Bryan's ex-girlfriend, whose relationship with Bryan ended years ago without realizing that she was pregnant. Despite Bryan's initial disbelief regarding the paternity of the child, a DNA test confirmed that the little girl was indeed his daughter. Sonia was devastated by the revelation. Bryan disclosed to Sonia that he and his ex parted ways when she left the country without informing him, leaving him feeling deeply disrespected and abandoned. However, he had no clue about her pregnancy. Hearing from Bryan, Sonia assured Bryan that the situation wasn't a deal breaker, urging him not to let his daughter grow up without her father. She encouraged Bryan to reconcile with his ex, seeing it as destiny's way of indicating that they were not meant to be together. With those words, Sonia bid Bryan farewell for good. She was left heartbroken. 1 month later, while she was in her living room, she surprisingly received a call from Maurice. "It's been months since he called me," she thought to herself. "Why is he calling me now?" Sonia answers the call and Maurice informed her that he would be relocating finally to the US and wished to meet his childhood friend one last time before departing. They planned a date and met. Maurice noticed Sonia's down demeanor and asked her about her love, Bryan. She revealed that they broke up a month ago and tells him the reason. It turns out that this news excited Maurice, and without wasting any further time, he immediately popped the question to her right there and then. "I still love you. I never stopped loving you. This is fate telling us we are meant for each other. Please be my woman." Sonia smiled and said yes to him. Maurice was elated. He delayed his plans of traveling so that he could help Sonia process her visa. Not so long, he proposed to her. They got married and both relocated to the US. Bryan married the mother of his child, and this ends the story. So guys, tell me what you think. Did you predict this ending? If you did, let me know in the comment section. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, I encourage you all to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future uploads. Your support means the world to us. So please consider liking and sharing our videos, and do not hesitate to leave your thoughts and feedback in the comment section. Together, let's continue to grow and foster a vibrant community around our shared passion for film and entertainment. Thank you all for your continuous support. See you all in the next episode.